Yo guys, it's Beast, back with some more beastly content, and today we're going to be doing a guide over how to store your Lunar Oracle Whispers, as well as how to farm them very easily. So I'm going to mention a couple different methods of farming them, but for storing them, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a couple different things. So you can actually store them in the stove by disconnecting power from the stove. As you can see, I have a wire tied to my stove. I'm not quite sure about the placement on it, as it doesn't really seem too easy to reach. But with this toggle switch I have here, we're going to move this. Where can I put this at? I just need this where I can hit it easy and not be worried about anything. There we go. So I should be able to hit this. Boom. Now my stove's on. So, real quickly, first, let me cover the food items. There is more than one item you can actually get. There are these recipes you can unlock in the Lunar Oracle. These recipes will allow you to actually craft stuff with the Whispers, and when you craft stuff with them and then you disconnect the power from it, they will not lose durability while being used as a material to craft. Alrighty, so here's one of the food items. It's called a surprise spring roll. You can use 5 oracle things a piece. That's all well and good, but it requires cabbage, corn oil, and deviated wheat, so you're gonna have to be growing that if you want to do it that way. You can also do the roulette dumplings. There's also the unusual braised meat. Unusual braised meat's actually pretty cheap, besides, you know, the masala, which once again you're gonna need gold pickaxe for to get that in way of winter. Here is the Lunar Oracles themselves, once again, just deviated beets. But the easiest method, and the one I recommend, it does require you to get a certain formula, and that is the mixed grain feed. I think there's a mixed meat feed. I wanted that one because that sounded so much easier to get. Just go out and get some buffalo meat and call it good. But we're gonna go ahead and see what this actually requires, and I'm gonna show you where to farm whatever it is that it's actually asking for. One other thing is you can also make the lunar gummy, and all it's going to require is deviated beets. So if you do bring over some beet seeds from the previous season, you should be able to get that handled super duper easy, no problem. We are just looking for this new fertilizer now. There it is. So all it's going to require is corn or wheat. So all we have to do is get some corn and get some wheat. We're going to see what type of seeds we actually have going on here. I might actually just ask in the chat and see if anybody is selling corn or wheat. So I think we'll just be back in a minute when we actually have some corn or wheat. There's no actual good spots to farm corn or wheat. I think you can buy the seeds somewhere in the shop. But aside from that, yeah, so I'll see you in just a minute. Alrighty, so while I am still on search for someone to sell me some corn or wheat, you can buy the corn seeds at Outhouse camp, and pumpkin seeds as well. So if you need the pumpkin seeds, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and grab them. I don't really care. I got enough energy links to get my gear finished off. Speaking of gear, unstable bomber build with the pistol. The new pistol is so good. Oh my god. So once again, I'm gonna keep looking for corn, and I will see you when we got some corn or we got some wheat. Regardless, we do got some seeds, so I am gonna show you how to get these seeds boosted up so that you can get yourself growing as much corn or as much wheat as you need, so you'll be able to save up as much Lunar Whispers as you want. So I'll see you in just a minute. Alrighty, so the final part of actually getting this corn grown up easily is going to be through the use of Breeding Boost Fertilizer. Breeding Boost Fertilizer is unlocked in the memetic section. You need to go all the way down on the planter tree. Going all the way down planting, you will find on Fertilizer 2 the Breeding Boost Fertilizer. This will require fertilizer as well as Scarlet Calamus or Coneflower. Coneflower is my preferred method for getting Breeding Boost Fertilizer. As you can see, we have 6 and we only have 3 seeds, so we're just gonna go ahead and get these 3 seeds planted into here. Now for water, I'm actually just going to be using the simple method for doing this. So and we have to wait for the breeding boost to finish, so let's go ahead and touch up on how to get the fertilizer, how to get the coneflower, or where to get the coneflower, and yeah, so let's go ahead and go to this now. So this here is the compost bin. You need to unlock this in memetics as well, but if you put spoiled food, shellfish, or any other type of food in it, it will slowly turn it over into fertilizer. Fertilizer is used to make the 3 different types of fertilizer, being growth boost, yield boost, and what is breeding boost. So, in order to get coneflower, there's a really easy location on Way of Winter. If you are on Manibus, you probably already know the Scarlet Calamus location, and if you don't, ask some people in your chat, where can I get some Scarlet Calamus, or look up a video on it. But seriously, just ask it in chat. Someone will post to you a location super duper quick. So, you see this teleportation tower right here, Greenfield Teleportation Tower. This teleportation tower can take you to the Conefields. Right here, this is my favorite Conefield area for Phase 1. I think I had a better one in Phase 2, but it's been so long since I've actually used it, I don't remember where it's at. Right here is Paradise Lost. So sometimes this event's going on and you can get a direct teleport to these fields. In doing so, just outside of the event, there's going to be a ton of coneflower. Just run around in the fields collecting coneflower. You'll get yourself a good amount. Super duper easy. Now, I'm thinking the coneflower that I actually have here was obtained in a Phase 2 area. It was actually obtained just up the hill, like right on these fields. All these fields right here off the side of the road, they are so good. There is Sunny Ginger, there is Mint, there is Ice Melon, and even coneflower in generous amounts. I was able to get 30 coneflower. I did get like 100 of all the other ones, so do know it's more for the other items I mentioned, but still very good. On to where to actually get the fertilizer. Once again, we're just going to talk on the map here. So as you can see here, all of these beachy areas, any area with a beach on it, will have this thing growing on it called shellfish rock. Now, shellfish rock can be mined, and when you mine it, it'll give it back like it's an ore. So when it gives it back as an ore, you can get a whole ton of it super duper easy. Just outside of Outhouse camp, actually, there's a beach here, there's a beach here, there's a beach just by my base here, actually, that runs all along this side here. Super duper easy anywhere there's a beach. There's a beach here. You can go find some shellfish rock here. You can go here. This will get you your first few bits of fertilizer. My next tip here is to grow a fertilizer crop. And what I mean by that is there are some 1 hour timer crops in this game that will allow you to just have a Growshroom setup going on. And let me go ahead and tell you, I am on the slacker. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. It's not a slacker season because I'm still very much playing the game. It's just that I wanted to tone down my base. I wanted to do a minimized base this season. I've been building mega bases for the past few seasons. I needed a break from that, so that's what we're doing here. And being that that's what we're doing, we're even going to be doing manual watering here. You can do a full irrigation setup. I'm going to leave a link down below to like some of my large scale fully irrigated crop setups and how I irrigated them. But we're looking for a Growshroom in here, and I recommend having a Growshroom. I haven't even transferred mine in from Eternal Land, so I don't even currently have Growshrooms. The best way I'm honestly going to recommend to you for getting a Growshroom in Way of Winter is going to be growing mushrooms. Just keep growing them, boosting them up, and growing them and boosting them up, or ask in game chat if anybody has any Growshrooms. I didn't transfer mine in this season, so I don't even have them, and I'm not planning on bringing my alt currently. But yeah, that is it for the fertilizer and the coneflower. So that's how you get those. We're just gonna go ahead and breed boost these up. All you gotta do is either go over here, or you can use a Growshroom. When you go into the Growshroom, it'll let you put fertilizer in it, and you can put whatever fertilizer you want and do auto crops. But I do believe that is about all for storing the Lunar Whispers. That's where to get all the materials for them and everything. As you can see here, I have 100 currently stored up. I super appreciate this because when I'm editing, will go on the Oracle, play it, farm up 500 Whispers, and then I'll get into editing and I'll come back and they'll all be expired. So being able to actually save these is amazing. You will need this mixed feed grain recipe or the food recipes, but with the food recipes, you're going to need entirely different items, and some of those are deviated crops, so a lot more setup process than just using the mixed grain feed. Once again, I've heard there's a meat grain feed. That sounds amazing. I got the mixed grain. I figured I'd show you everything you need to know about it. As for the water source for me, I'm just gonna go over to this water right here, collect some dirty water up, hop on over to my stove, and just make up some boiled water. Here's my full my full simple crop setup. It's just a 4x4 with 2 tall walls. There's a light in the middle. There is an irrigator here. I don't even have it completely set up yet. Oh yeah, I got power to it. Sweet. I didn't think I powered it. And then I've just got a water storage container here where I'm going to put the boiled water in. I'm being lazy this season. I don't even feel like building like a water pump setup this season. I'm not going to do any sort of like heavy resource farming at my base. The only thing I want is a farm. It kind of sounds nicer just to be on the farm section. But on to the next part of the video, where to farm Lunar Oracle Whispers super duper quickly. Alrighty, here we go. So this is the easiest way to farm whispers, guys. Workshops. So when you do workshops, it spams enemies at you. You can get like 250 whispers per round of workshops. If you start the workshop a little bit, like few seconds before Lunar Oracle starts, you can actually either time it out where you start it right at the very beginning of a night. And you'll be able to get 3 runs out of this. So doing 3 runs will be about 700 plus of the Lunar Oracle Whispers. I literally came out of this with 777 Lunar Oracles after like a second farm. All of them expired before I got to use them, but thankfully we finally got the mixed grain feed today, guys. I was so happy to finally get this and finally get to show it to y'all and show you how I was going to use it, as well as, tell you where to get all the corn and everything else. But workshops are absolutely great for the Lunar Whispers. I don't actually think I need to go ahead and hang out here anymore. Y'all can go ahead and get out of here if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and let this play through. You can go ahead and watch this workshop. Check out the last bit of this power surge. But like I said, this is the best Lunar Oracle power surge crossbow build in the game, guys. This right here. Link down below. Check it out. But I'm out of here. See yous. Keep it beast mode.